Parenting in a new culture the same way you did in an old culture is a recipe for confusion, a recipe for doubt, a recipe for even broken relationships if you are dealing with teenagers. Hello and welcome back to the Ed Intentional channel. In today's video, I am talking to the brand new mom, the brand new wife, who is parenting in a new culture, in a new environment. And to the big question on the table, can I continue to parent in a new culture the same way I did in an old culture? What do you think? Here is my response for you if you are watching. First of all, I want you to understand, regardless of where you were raised, your parenting is going to be influenced by the dominant culture around you. I mean, the new culture in which you are raising your child in. This is because children are going to interact with other people in the community, at school, at work, at sports events, in all of these places. They also have rules and cultural expectations and norms that your children will be expected to follow. And so you would want to tweak your parenting a little bit so that you can provide your child with the tools they need to survive life outside of your unique cultural home. And here is why. First of all, there are different cultural expectations in your new culture and that of your old culture. If you were raised, say, in Ghana, Africa, China, parenting approach in these places will be different from the parenting approach in, say, a place like America. Another reason why you would want to approach parenting differently in a new culture is the communication style. Think about it. Communication style in a very communal culture like Ghana, Nigeria, Africa would be very indirect. Look at what is going on around you. Think and make decisions. Sometimes our mothers even speak to us with their eyes. And you could get it. You know what they are saying. But in a culture like the US, in America, communication is very direct, clear, and open. And so this is something you would want to teach your children at a very young age so that they can adapt and be able to fully express themselves when they are outside of your home, at school, at work, in the community, and more. And so this is another reason why you can't continue to parent in a new culture just as you did in your old culture or just as you were raised. The parenting approach in a communal culture will be more of maybe having extended family support you, aunties, grandma, uncles are present to support you. Whereas if you are parenting in a place like America, parenting responsibilities is solely something for the individual parents. Communities are less. And so if you are not aware of this and you just jump in and begin to parent the same way you did, you will be overwhelmed. So that's one thing I want you to understand. Instead, you can tailor your approach by maybe teaching your kids how to do little things for themselves so they can also take part in activities at home. This way, you are not doing everything solely all by yourself and getting tired or frustrated. Consider will be different child rearing practices. Whereas your old culture may encourage children to be respectful, obedient, in a new culture like America, children are encouraged to be independent right from a very young age. They're encouraged to do things for themselves, express their ideas and opinions. And so this is another reason why you would need to tailor your approach. By doing this, you are going to give your child the tools they need to survive in the new culture. When they go to school and it is time for them to express themselves, they can freely do so. When they are being asked to make decisions for themselves, they can freely do so without them feeling pressured to do so, because they know this is something that is discouraged at home. They know at home they are not supposed to question mom's decision. But in school, they are allowed to do that. And so you would want to encourage them right from a very young age so that when they step out there, they are confident, they can express themselves, they can take decisions for themselves, and do things in the main culture just as every other kid is approaching it. Regardless of where you are in the world, your parenting is going to be influenced by the dominant culture around you. And here is why. Your children are going to interact with people in the community, at school, at church, at campus events, in the workplace. And in all of these places, there are set rules that they have to follow.